Hey guys, welcome back to Skylanders Ring of Heroes. Now in today's video we're going to be answering a question that gets asked a lot, and that is the best place to farm. Farm gold, farm experience, farm runes, farm shards, farm everything. So the basics of it is that basically the scenarios are the most efficient place to farm from what I see. And the best scenario to farm, I just always go in line with what shards I'm farming. So at the moment I'm farming tough luck shards. So I've been farming stage 1 on normal mode as much as I can. Now I haven't seen a massive difference between drops in level 1 through to level 6. So just do whatever one you can do the quickest and easiest, and that's probably the best one to go for. But the thing about scenarios is a lot of people think, oh, the experience is slow to get, and then when they talk about farming gold in scenarios, like the gold's so slow to get, then they're like shards are so slow to get. But the thing to remember is you're multitasking when you're farming scenarios. You're not just farming the shards, you're not just farming experience, you're not just farming gold, you're farming all of them, but also you're farming wish stone summons, which is also getting you more shards as well. So when you combine everything, it's actually a really efficient way of farming. Now, something about the rune dungeons, early game, I feel like it's probably, obviously play however you want to play. This is just what I think I'd do if I played again and started over. I think I'd just stick to normal modes of the, I'll just start this run so we're looking at something. I'd stick to the normal modes of the scenarios because you can get 4-star runes from it. So you're farming five things. You're farming your experience, your gold, shards, summons, and runes. So because you can get 4-star runes from them, I'd probably, if you're working on the free-to-play Stealth Elf, Enigma, and Hot Dog team, I'd work on getting them all a full set of 4-star runes before looking at the rune dungeons. And then once you've got them on full 4 stars, powered up to about +9, I'd say you should be farming, you'd be able to do the beast dungeon at around a level 5 or 6 mark. And then for me, this is what I'd do because I've discovered, because the blades solo for level 7, I would then go into doing that dungeon B5, hopefully B6, and start farming up some dodge runes, because Blades really wants dodge runes for that solo. So that's when I would start farming your runes from the rune dungeon. Before that, until you get full 4 stars, I'd probably just stick to the scenarios, because like I said, they are so efficient at farming multiple things. And as we can see here, the earlier the scenario, ooh, that was a good drop, we got 2 of them. So the earlier the scenario, the easier it's going to be. So another thing to consider is maximizing the efficiency while you're leveling. So if you're going to be doing 2 units, say you're going to be doing Hot Dog and you're going to be doing Blades, you might want to do Hot Dog first because it's on an earlier stage. It might be a bit easier than doing Blades, who you'll probably have a harder time on these ones because you might be using Stealth Elf as your damage dealer and she's got elemental disadvantage. Just things like that. But when it comes to experience, scenarios are the best. When it comes to, this is just so far from what I've found. If there's something new that comes out, we might be wrong and we'll make a video about it. But it seems to be scenarios are the best for experience. Make sure you're always using 3 units that can gain experience. Obviously, if you're farming shards from something later on, like one of these ones, then you might have to use some leveled monsters. But I like to sort of stick to the easier shards to get so that I can raise 3 units at the same time. After I just did that run where I had my tough luck maxed, but I literally just maxed her, so that's why she's there. So, and the next thing I'm going to look into, so where I'm going to go to farm after this will be, I'm going to farm snapshot runes. So I'll just go straight into here. These are still easy, so I'll just farm it on normal. I'll be able to take 3 units that are going to gain experience, and they'll clear it fairly quick. Now, the reason I'm doing Snapshot, because I'm also looking at building Kaboom for my B10 team. But the thing with this dungeon here is that, this scenario, is that it takes me a really long time to complete. So my theory on what I'm going to do just moving forward, just so you guys can get the thought process of what I'm actually doing, is that I'm going to farm Snapshot until I can get him 6-starred. And then once I 6-star him, I'm going to be leveling Snapshot to max level, which takes a long time once you hit 6-star, over here because he has elemental advantage, and that way it'll speed up the process of getting through this, because I feel like I'm going to have to use Snapshot in B9 before I can get to B10. So I'm going to build that Snapshot, get me over that hurdle, and then farm the Kaboom, who's then going to get me into the B10 runs. So if that sort of makes sense, that's what the way you're looking at farming your experience and gold. Obviously for your gold, you've got the new gold dungeon that came out, so that's incredibly handy. Just that's just a set and forget. Do that 3 times a day, get your extra gold. It's awesome. But yeah, besides that, from the first scenario which I've been farming, obviously you get less experience and less gold. But once again, it's more about maximizing efficiency and going for the shards that you want to get. So from this one, I've been getting about sort of per times 10 run about 3,000 to 4,000 gold and about 400 to 500 wish stones. So basically every 2 and a bit 10x runs, I'm getting a wish stone summon, and I'm getting about 8,000 gold, because you got to include that you sell whatever runes on top of that you're getting from there. So it's actually quite efficient once you look at it as an overall thing. Another thing that happens a lot is people end up saying that they feel like they're confused, they're not focusing on one thing, and you're spreading yourself around. The cool thing about this is gold is something that you're always going to need to upgrade your runes, even if you have the runes. So eventually, if you are farming the rune dungeon, you're going to have to come back here and farm some gold. As you can see, I'm pretty broke. I just spent about 240,000 upgrading my broccoli guy. So I'm pretty broke. So I'm just farming here. I was farming runes last night, but because now I'm broke, farming them, getting the shards, getting the experience, and all that sort of stuff. The only thing I haven't really covered on what to farm is the, what are they called? The essences. Let's have a look in the inventory. The ores and elixirs. So these are something that I wouldn't try and stockpile too much. If you know there's a unit that you want to work on and its day is on, get enough to think to the point that you'll have enough ores and elixirs to get it to the stage where you want it to be in until the next time that dungeon's up. I know that's really hard to like forecast when you don't know what the upgrades are, but don't overrun these dungeons at low levels, because I'd rather be spending my time leveling or getting runes to increase the strength of my Skylanders, so that the next time the dungeon is up, I might be able to do a higher floor and then farm that more efficiently. So that's the big key there. Don't over farm low levels of these elemental dungeons, because like I said, the next time you could be doing it at a higher level and getting better rewards. But yeah, like I said, just recap. Basically, early game, do scenarios, farm whichever shards you're looking for. The 1 stars are the best ones to look for early on, in my opinion. Hot Dog, I'd probably look at Hot Dog and then Blades, because they're the first 2 you actually find use out of. And now I'm finding a lot of use out of Tough Luck, so that's why I'm farming her. Then I'm going to move on to the Misty Bog and get Snapshot, and then I'm moving right along to the Rainbow Valley to get those Kaboom shards. So early game, get your main team fully kitted out on 4-star runes. You can just go to whichever one drops the runes you're looking for. If you're looking for some strike runes for your stealth elf, you can just come here to scenario 3, farm those strike runes. You can just do 10 times autos on whichever slot you're looking for. You'll probably spend a bit more time on slots 2, 4, and 6 to try and get those specific stats that you're looking at. The other 3 obviously have a set stat that they can get, and then you just target that. Say you want to attack on slot 2, you just run this, you're gaining your experience, you're getting your shards, all that sort of stuff, and then you can get those runes. And then you can do the same if you want to get, say, Enigma and Hot Dog onto some energy runes. You can just farm those here, put them on, get your 4 stars going, and then move into the dungeons. And then it's just a dance between trying to upgrade your runes and then coming back and trying to farm all your resources and your shards and all that sort of thing. So I think that's pretty much it for farming. Let me know if there's anything I missed in the farming category. The last one thing is arena. I'm fairly bad at it at the moment because I'm just spamming those 10 times farms. But make sure you just keep your gears at 0 if you can. Just farm arena because the points are nice. You get good rewards from the arena shop. At the moment, I'm just buying the Omni Gems. I don't think I'll have enough to get the Skylander specific stones, so that's what I'm doing. I'm not playing it enough. Optimally, I would be playing it a lot more, but you know, time constraints are a thing, and you just do what you can do. But that's it for farming, guys. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.